Hello, my name is Elisse. Mm, I'm going to present uh, management within the organizations and functions of management and three managing styles within the organizations and its strengths and weaknesses. By starting from the definition of management, uh, according to Fairfield, management differs to the process of reaching to the goals by applying, controlling operations, leading the operations, and using human resource and talents to reach to the goal that they set it, uh, objectives within the organizations. Functions of management are five, and those are planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. By starting from planning, planning is the first process of achieving a certain goal and objective by drawing plans, formulating operations, and making a clear design plan. Uh, the second one is organizing. Organizing is a function of management which involves arranging duties, applying different standard strategies, and making the right decision within the organization about different tasks. The third one is staffing. Staffing is also a function of management which involves uh, finding employees who are not working well, and also uh, hiring and recruiting the other one who has some competencies and who can work well so that they can help the organization to reach to the goals and objectives that they set. The fourth one is leading. Leading is also a function of management which involves guiding the employees, directing them uh, by doing different tasks, and also instructing them, like giving them instruction of how they can do better so that they can reach to the goal and objective that organization have. The fifth one is controlling. Controlling is a function of management which involves the measurement and to compare the performance of the employees, and also to forward looking for the goals that they set it. And in this function, the managers uh, try to control how employees are working and compare them with the goal that they set it, and see if they can, according to the performance that they have, if they can reach to the goal that they set up. Apart from functions of management, there is also managing styles. Uh, there are three, and the first one is directing, second one is discussing, and the third one is delegating. By starting from delegating, this is a style of management whereby managers used to guide the employees, give them the tasks, and from following them so that they can be able to reach to the goal that they have. Also to set deadline for the employees so that they can finish their tasks on time. Uh, this managing style also have some strengths and weaknesses. The first strength is that this style helps the employees to follow the instruction. Also, this style it builds culture of respecting the managers. This means that the employees have the, the habit of respecting their employers. Also, another strength that it has is that it encourages employees to accomplish their tasks on time. This means that the employees used to finish their tasks on time. Apart from that, the weaknesses it has is that it doesn't encourage the employees to come up with their own decisions, because every day the employers and managers are the one who direct, who give the task to the employees. Another weakness is that it doesn't encourage team working skills, because the employees used to work according to the tasks that they are given, and we follow only the instruction by the managers, and each manager look to the employee to see how they work, but they don't allow them to work together. Another Another weakness is that it limits communication between managers and employees. This is because in this style, the managers use only to communicate with the employees by instructing them and guiding them what to do, and they don't allow the employees to show their feelings and their emotions about the instruction that they are given, or other food review that they have. Uh, Apart from that, another managing style is delegating. In this style, um, the managers used to assign the tasks to the employees individually or in the group. Also, they fix also deadline to finish their tasks. In this manager style, it has also some strengths and some weaknesses. For the strengths, this style promotes learning through empowerment. This means that each employee can get the idea of working either individually or working in the group. This means that in this style, the employees can be able to work individually, also have some skills about how they can work together, because they all included in this style. Another thing is that it helps the employees to get some skills like team working skills, or uh, being task oriented by working individually. Also, another strength is that it helps the employees uh, to get the skills of being self-coaching. This means that the employees can be able to work like with coaching themselves without the instructions of the managers, of the employers. Uh, Apart from the strengths, also it has some area of improvement or weakness, which are, it limits feedbacks of how employees work. This means that in this style, the employees are not open to the employers or managers. They can't be able to show their feelings or to get feedback from the employers on how they are working, because they coach themselves, so it limits the feedback from how they do from the managers. Another weakness is that it doesn't promote discussion about performance of the employees. This means that both employees and managers don't have enough time to discuss about how they are working. Another weakness is that it limits the employees to be creative while they're working. This is because the managers are the one who assign tasks to the employees. So in that case, the employees cannot uh, find what to do without looking for the assigned tasks from the managers. Uh, the third managing style is called discussing, and in this style, the managers used to interact with the employees and asking them questions about the problem that they are facing within the organization, so that they can sit together and come up with the right decision. Another thing is that they make conclusion together, both employees and managers. They sit down and settle their problem that they have and come up with the conclusion. Uh, Apart from its description, also it has some strengths and weaknesses. The first strength is that uh, uh, the managers be able to get feelings of the employees through discussing about the question that they have. Another thing is that the sales encourage the employees to examine their own performance. This is because while discussing your different problems, uh, the employees be able to see how they work well and the areas of improvement while sharing the ideas. Apart from the strengths of management style of discussing, it has some area of improvement on weaknesses, like it doesn't encourage the employees to work independently or to work in the small groups, because it used to share ideas for all employees and managers. Another weakness is that it costs a lot of time to take a decision, because many people share the ideas and they have different point of view. So it's hard for them to get the right decision. Another weakness is that it doesn't encourage the employees to make the decision for their own. They still wait for the others so that they can make the decision together. Uh, Apart from the strengths and weakness of managing styles, also there are some scenarios which can explain these managing styles very well. Uh, for example, uh, currently I was working on the project and I was team leader within the team that I was working with. So I use a directing style because I was the one who is instructing my teammates how they can work by giving some tasks on how we can work on the project. Also, in that time, I find that just instructing them is not enough so that you can came up with the finished project. I also applied discussing style, and I called them and we sat together and discussing on the project and how we can work very well so that we can accomplish the project. And apart from that, we decided to delegate some tasks to I applied delegating style by assigning tasks to small groups and individually so that we can come up with the finished project. Um, so I think that was the presentation about management functions within the organizations and managing styles. So thank you for attention.